everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Tuesday, November 11th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow night we will be having a Time for Change call at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then Friday our Reverse Aging Health call. Today, speak what cannot be spoken. Listen to what you cannot hear. Sit with the feelings you cannot bear to feel. And see what your eyes are unwilling to watch. Simply practice being with what you are resisting. And notice strategies you have to try to control and manipulate your experience of life. Notice what you demand from yourself, life, and others, and explore how you can face all your demons inside today. This is your day to become a spiritual warrior and enjoy the experience of transcending all these illusionary thoughts, feelings, and experiences that you cannot be present to. We have this, it is a storm, and it is a storm outside of us. Find the center of the cyclone of this life, and you'll discover deep, profound peace. The best analogy is that you're in this vortex, you're in the center of this storm, and actually you created the storm, but you don't know it. And so the calmness in the center of the storm is the God that you are. Whenever you have a storm, there's always a center of calmness in the storm. You can see this on maps. You see the eye of the storm, and when you get into the eye, it is peaceful and totally serene and quiet. And then outside of that is just the opposite, destructive, and powerful, and bending. The mind often acts like a storm of energy and information, spewing out all sorts of thoughts and ideas about this world. It can make the world around you seem chaotic, exciting, boring, or way too much to handle. Our mind is like an overused machine that never gets a break and is always very, very, very busy. All day long, it's spinning around its thoughts, chattering 1,000 miles an hour about this and that. It's as if our mind is caught in its own cranks, wheels, and gears, spinning the same patterns for years that it once created. If you are caught in the whirling mind, these turbulent thoughts can make your life appear as if it is off course. It can feel like you are being tossed in many different directions as your mind can throw out random, harsh thoughts at you like, hurry up. Why did you say that? You don't have time for this. Get a real life. Why did you mess that up? Get back to work. What am I having for dinner? The mind can be rude, mean, and make you feel inadequate. It can take you down these roads of thinking that can make you think there is no happiness inside. Living in the mind is utterly, truly, and completely exhausting. It's a good thing that there are many ways to get off. With each of these thoughts slamming into each and every one of us, we may notice that we have the choice to react to them or just watch them sail by. By reacting to all of the crazy mind chatter, we will be thrown back into the tornado of life. If we choose instead to sit back from our minds, become the observers, we will discover that we can create a comfortable distance from every thought that passes by. Finding this observer in you is where you become the master of the winds of your psyche. Set the intention right now to recognize the personal nature of your typical storm. You may notice what are the concerns, responsibilities, and fears created by your mind, and how they are truly an illusion. There is really nothing that has to be done. You are connected with existence, and that is enough. You don't have to do anything to be someone special to continue to exist. Your mind may believe that something important needs to get done, or else you will die. Yet this is the type of fear-based thinking that creates those 300-mile-an-hour winds and a hurricane lifestyle. The truth is that we are all complete, whole, and truly perfect, exactly as we are now, in this very moment. You don't have to do a thing to be perfect. We were all born divine, in a way born. No matter what happens in the chaotic outer world, your divine inner nature will always remain untouched, undamaged, and complete. Now you can choose, each of us, to believe this for 24 straight hours, to believe it deep within your heart mind. Believe it for 24 hours and see what happens. That no matter what happens in the chaotic outer world, your divine inner nature will always remain untouched, undamaged, and complete. And believe this for 24 hours and see what happens. And you no longer have to suffer in this storm. You can find the oasis of calm that lies at the middle of each moment. The secret is to learn how to quiet the mind and reconnect with your divine nature, the God that you are. The easiest way to do this is to remain present to what is. This can be mastered through learning meditation. The more you meditate, the more you realize that you are not your mind and that you are infinite and untouched by any winds blowing around you. Practice meditation means simply sitting in silence. That's what it means. Meditation means simply sitting in silence, watching the crazy mind chatter as it comes and goes. It is like sitting and watching the distant clouds move across a peaceful blue sky background. Your true eternal essence is the blue sky, and your thoughts are the clouds. The more you observe these thoughts without buying into them or getting caught up in them, the more you detach and find this vast, infinite stillness inside of you. Over time, we will be able to recognize the stillness of getting caught in the mind and become truly freed from its grasp. It will be a glorious day when we remain centered no matter what crazy storm is brewing around us. Now, some people have tried meditating, and it just hasn't worked for them. Then they try a different way of meditating. Slow down whatever action you're doing and be more present in the experience. You can do a walking meditation, an eating meditation, a drinking meditation, non-alcohol, of course, a showering meditation, or even doing the dishes meditation. Don't give up on training your mind to find peace within, inside. It will be worth everything in the end. And the peace inside is the God that you are. It's the discovery that you are the God within the body. If you have become so fixated on your thoughts that slowing down doesn't work, then it's time to use stronger disciplinary measures. Several times a day at random, this week, try this mind-stopping experience. Take a deep breath into your body. And it's okay to take a deep breath right now. And before you exhale, whisper the message, stop. Before you exhale, whisper the message, stop, into your mind. Okay? Release the breath, and then let your body become solid and completely still, like a stone statue. Let the breathing slow way down to where you may even stop breathing for a few moments and explore the stillness. Show the mind that you are the boss here, and let the frozen-like energy cease all physical activity inside. When the body finds stillness, the mind will soon follow. Just let everything come to a complete halt and bring your attention inside on who or what is looking. Well, it may take only 30 seconds or more to find the calm, present, eternal observer. These moments are worth the price of finding peace in the center of your cyclone. When we can keep gratitude as a way of being, if the only prayer you said in your whole life was thank you, that would suffice, Meister Eckhart. This is imperative for all of us, because we kind of know it, but we don't practice it all the time. We do practice it on occasion, but we don't practice it all the time. We practice it when we say to ourselves, I'm so grateful that this happened, or I'm so grateful for this. That's great. But in a 24/7 mode, gratitude is one of the most powerful and transformative energies on the planet. Every time any of us are spontaneously, which means not because of something, spontaneously grateful for how this universe has deeply and eternally loved you, you send out a high vibrational energy that starts magnetizing even more abundance into your life. See, this is where the interruption comes, because we aren't grateful all the time. We get sidetracked. We go off in different directions. We don't think about the gratefulness. We don't feel about the gratefulness. But it's about practicing it 24/7. You wake up in the morning, you're deeply grateful for the day, for the time that you're still in that body, that you have time to have more experience. You're grateful for these things. You're grateful for a hangnail because you can feel it with the body that you're still in. These strange things, but it gets you into the understanding to be in gratitude 24/7. It allows you to tap into your own infinite creative energy, where you cannot feel fear, scarcity, or doubt. When you embrace gratitude as a way of being, you are living in this consciousness daily. You are surrendered to knowing that you are already deeply and eternally loved with everything you need and are thankful for all that is. And from this place, once you're there, and from this place of being at one with all that is now, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but all that is now, you become a massive magnet for attracting even more success, love, abundance, and divine beings into your life. Take a few moments right now to imagine what your life would look like if you were constantly living from a place of gratitude all day long. All of us always have a choice, the choice to be grateful for what is, or not grateful for what is. We have the power to choose what kinds of thoughts and feelings we focus on and eventually manifest into our lives. We can choose to adopt an unending attitude of gratitude, or remain strapped in the judgmental, fear-based merry-go-round of the mind. Choosing gratitude is choosing freedom and will make your life easier than you ever imagined. It will bring you such a vast experience of love that you will freely feel the experience of your own soul. Embracing gratitude as a way of living your daily life is like opening the door to a brilliant new world where the sun is always shining its warmth inside your heart wherever you are. You naturally feel the divine love and abundance that is inside you and all around you. A heart that is brimming with gratitude does not allow the mind to be cluttered with ideas, opinions, and attachment to desires. It knows itself as the source of love itself. If you have trouble staying in touch with your heart's natural grateful connection, you may have to let your mind or an inner judge attempt to squash this flame of love. The fire is not dead by any means. It just needs a little stirring. The heart that is forever thankful always breaks free from the ego's contracted thought patterns. Its natural warmth is always able to receive and give love freely. Gratitude is one of the most enlightening life experiences we can access at any time. We always feel lighter and less burdened by the end of the day. When you practice directing this appreciation towards yourself, others, and the world, there is a natural de-armoring process that happens. Start each day with shedding that protective armor around your heart, opening your heart to this divine feeling of appreciating everything. Anything that you are not feeling gratitude, simply refocus on what you like, love, or appreciate about a situation. It's that simple. Gratitude is always within your reach. It is just a question of your focus and reining in your mind. If you feel that your shields are too thick, become quiet enough inside yourself to get in touch with the core of your heart. And we all have that. Create some time to relax and be very still. This will help you dig beneath the shield's resistance and wounding from the past. Use the breath as a vehicle to take you deeper inside so that you can go beneath this false protection. All armor is created for the ego, by the ego, and within the ego. It is all unnecessary weight, since the soul is like sunlight and does not need defending. Once this armor is released, you will naturally feel a lighter, warmer feeling inside, and a deep state of gratitude will surface and pour through you into the world. Taking off one's ego armor can be tricky. Any moment that your mind gets derailed and goes down the dark path of frustration, victim story, fear, or complaining, stop it immediately. Switch back to the gratitude track. It can be as easy as asking yourself, one thing that I'm grateful for right now. What's the one thing that I'm grateful for right now? The good news is that there is always at least one thing that you can be grateful for no matter what is happening in your life. And perhaps that you have the power to imagine a new you, your health, a good friend, or just that you are still breathing. Whenever you cannot see the silver lining around the dark clouds in your life, simply open your heart, breathe deeply, and then think about as many things as you can to be grateful for. In each moment, there are so many incredible things that can be grateful for. You can be grateful for, large and small. Just open your heart, relax, look at the bigger picture, rapture, and soon you will realize how truly, deeply loved you already are. Living in a state of constant gratitude does not take work. It simply takes more awareness. Gratitude is our most natural way of being. When we are present, when we connect with our natural essence and pure consciousness within, we can see and feel the divinity within everything. This is not something strange that needs to be learned like juggling cantaloupes. It's as easy as taking a fresh breath of air. So make it your number one priority this week to be aware of gratitude. Notice how much it is already a part of your life and what it will feel like to bathe in it 24 hours a day. This week, invite some of your friends, colleagues, and family members to join you in an evening of appreciation and gratitude. It might sound strange at first. Hold the intention for everyone to join you in adopting a new gratitude habit and start a gratitude circle. I did this years ago, called it the Circle of Light. This one simple, powerful meeting each week can dramatically change your life forever. The basic format is to invite those people who know you best in your life. It's juicier if the people who don't like you or appreciate you in some way are part of this transformative experience. Have each person sit in a circle with one person in the middle of the circle. Everyone takes turn looking directly into the eyes of the person in the circle and telling them why they are grateful for this person or giving them an authentic compliment. Then switch people so that everybody has a turn to be the person in the middle of the circle to receive gratitude. Let people know that if they cannot say anything authentic or true to their heart, they can simply soul gaze in just that person's eyes for 5 minutes while holding their hands. Every time we have done a gratitude circle, truly miraculous experiences started to occur in everyone's lives. This amazing experience is one that will raise your vibration and allow you to manifest the life you desire. We did this for years. Total strangers. We'd invite friends and then strangers. Then we became friends. And it is amazing what happens with everyone. You can try for the next 7 days, take 15 minutes every morning to practice being this silent, still, frozen statue inside. Become the grand observer who watches all mental activity and other outer storms go by. With your eyes closed, watch each thought that comes in like you were watching a cloud pass by. Don't judge or interact with the thought. Simply become the observer and continue to watch it. If you become wrapped up in your thoughts, simply notice what has happened and go back to watching each thought. The more often you practice being physically still, the more you will naturally feel calm and centered, no matter what type of inner or outer storm is brewing. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I am sure that we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. Head to toe, inside and out. This really helps when you know you're not the body. When you know you're not the name, the character, the personality. When you know you're the God within that body. The pure love. Complete contentment and peace. Total gratitude. Now we know that in this perspective we understand, and this awareness, is that the body's a sponge. It pulls in everything. Everything. There's no filtering. It pulls in everything. This is why we have so many thoughts of fear, worry, stress, and anxiety across the planet. This is why we're constantly questioning ourselves, and we get hard on ourselves, and we really cut ourselves down. And it is important for us all the time to be gentle, kind, generous, humble with ourselves, and in deep gratitude 24/7. And this helps the body release all the garbage that it's attracted. And see, understand something, is that whatever we generate and manifest, bring into form, to create, bring energy into form, create reality, the subconscious mind copies exactly and stores it. See? And that's what happens to us, is that when we create, we generate something. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're aware that we are. When we move energy into form, we create it in reality. Then that subconscious mind, which is another illusion, will store it all. And that's why we have a tendency to gravitate towards the lower and heavier vibrational frequencies. Negativity. Self-ridicule. It goes on and on and on. So to be genuine with that body that you're in, you begin to master the body, because you start to see, as clouds passing in the sky, and remember, you're the blue sky, the clouds are the thoughts. The clouds are the things. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that we interact with them, right? We can watch clouds. You ever sat and watched clouds? Just watch them. On a nice, beautiful, sunny day, and there's clouds in the sky, there's a nice breeze, and you're just sitting somewhere, maybe on a terrace or patio, and you're just watching them. And you're not thinking. You ever done that? You're not thinking at all. You're not even in the mind. You're not in the ego. You're not in that playground. You're just sitting, and you're doing nothing, but you're just looking. And this gives the ego a break and the mind a break, because you step outside the ego mind. And then on top of that, you're in deep gratitude for everything. And you know, since you know you're not the body, you're not the mind, you're not the ego, you're not the subconscious mind, this is how we master them. You watch. You're the watcher. You're not the judger. You know, you don't judge and ridicule them. You watch them. And this life, anytime you choose, you can go within and watch this life. You can watch the storm, but you don't need to step into it. That's where we get seduced. We want to step into the storm. And this life is absolutely magna-glorious when we begin to understand how to master it. Which means that you let go, you surrender to yourself, you forgive any area of yourself that you feel that you want to forgive or you should forgive, and let all that just wash away. No issues, no judgments, washes away. And you'll know it, because when you go someplace and you sit still, you just be. There's not a lot of efforting. There really isn't. You just find a place, you sit and be. And listen. And just focus on your breath. You'd be amazed what happens. And you always practice stepping outside the mind and the ego. It doesn't mean that you can do it. You do it 24/7. We are not there yet. But it does mean that you when you start going within, you stay going within. The ego mind is there, right? The ego mind is there. The subconscious mind is there. And it will pull us in that direction at times. But the more we practice, the less that pull will become. And eventually, there will be no pull. So when your body relaxes, it gets light. You ever experience that? You're doing, it could be anything. And you go into this space where the body is light and you don't have a care in the world. It's not there. Now, it's not like you intentionally did this, right? It's just a lot of us will just fall into it because of certain exterior happenings. We just fall into it. And we feel totally at peace. And we're not in the mind or the ego or the subconscious mind. And we're literally in gratitude. And it's a great place to be because it is really our natural state of being. So you feel this. You feel the body lighten. And you see, we are masters of the bodies that we're in. We just don't know it yet because we got so taken in by the physical form that we began to think that's what we were. So we kind of went into amnesia. And we forgot about ourselves, about who and what we are. So the only thing we did was embrace the physical, right? We've all embraced the physical. Now we're awakening into the journey within. This is the great liberation of this planet. That the civilization starts to embrace the God within them fully and begins to discover many things about who and what they are. Now you look in these bodies as the God that you are. And you'll notice that there's lights running through the center of the body. And you'll notice that these lights are very beautiful and colorful. And they're kind of they almost look like a gas or a shimmer. You can go move through them. And they're spiritual, etheric energy, ether energy. We are spiritual ether energy. So doesn't it make sense that we have these lights, chakras, which means wheels of light, and we run through them. We flow through them from the base of right down the tip of the tailbone all the way to the top of the head. And we flow through every cell and in every part of the body, down to the quantum core, our emotions, our feelings, all kinds of things. This is where we will begin eventually to master these bodies and to keep them young and heal them. Not yet, but we're getting there. Now we know that the soul that we are, the God, the soul's many different facets, right? We have the God, we have the soul, we have the spirit, we have the higher self, we have, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the Holy Spirit. We have all of this. These are all facets of the God that we are. And different interpretations. And we know that the soul that we are, the God, enters these bodies, powers them up. Then the breath. And so then the breath and the body is sustaining the God that you are, the kingdom of God, the source, the God source that you are. So that we can experience physical form and this life. Creating our experiences as we go. The soul is the heaven. We, the gods we are the heaven. Literally, the body is earth. Heaven on earth. And being consciously aware, what are we consciously aware about? We're consciously aware to a certain extent that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and peace. The highest of the highest high and the purest of the purest purest. That's what we are. This is what we're aware of that we are. And every step we take, we're creating paradise on this planet, this new earth. Not only that, we shine our light, our God force, love, light, energy outward 360 degrees. We're blasting it constantly, all the time, perpetually. We are flooding all life, the highest supreme value in the universe is on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this very moment. And I would suggest that we do it knowingly in our waking hours. We do it unknowingly in our sleeping hours. But to do it consciously, you walk around a crowd, blast that God, love, light, energy at everything, everyone. You don't need to go up to them and say, hey, I'm blasting my love light, God light, love light energy at you, to you, through you, around you, above you, below you. You feel it and you send it. Now, if you were to go outside the planet, in the atmosphere, say about 200 miles off planet, and you were to look at the planet, you'd see it glow. You would also notice that all the lights around it in this universe would be dim in comparison to it. We also know that there are parts of us, the gods in the body, that are asleep. Now, they'll awake when they awake, when they determine to awake. We also have parts of ourselves that are consciously aware to a certain extent. They're awake. Now, the parts of us that are asleep, they're with us, but they're not participating in any meditations because they're asleep. So we communicate with parts of ourselves that are awake in this meditation. And that is all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And they come in the Gugaplex. This one Gugaplex fills this entire universe with not even one sacred square inch of sacred space. Available. Now, they come in trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction. They carry those parts of them that are asleep. We're all one anyway. And they're consciously aware. These are the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yeshua. All the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. All of our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. All the off-worlders, galactics, and celestial. Now, the off-worlders, the celestials, galactics, over 1,000 species travel through this solar system every day, and trillions throughout the universes every day. We're familiar with a smidgen of them: the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, felines, Zeta Reticuli, the Anunnaki, Nords, Greys, Draco, Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian. Now, this particular group has been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. Now, the archangels, they're a civilization that vibrated at a different frequency than we do. in these bodies. So we don't, see them like we see each other, interacting, but we meet with them, and we don't meet with them on a designed time, an intended time. It's just happenstances, and they're either clear blue. They could last a minute or for years. You don't know. And it's not that we always discover that we have met with one, interacted with one, but there are times that we do. We all do. We know. May not verbalize it to somebody, but within our hearts we know. And so when they do come in and they do interact with us, and we do identify, usually after, we identify with them as that was an angel. And then you'll feel some bliss within your heart center bubble up. Now, they have the same message. They've had it for billions of years. And the message, even though they've sent it in many different ways, isn't this absolutely glorious, stupendous, spectacular to be alive in these bodies? To taste and to smell and to touch and to feel, to smile, to laugh, to cry, to frown. Because as the gods we are in these bodies, when we leave these bodies, we don't have those. We don't feel, touch, taste, eat, smell, none of it. That's why these bodies are so seducing for us as gods. Now, they can surround any one of us at any one time, 10,000, 10 million. And if you want them to, you can just ask them. They will, and you'll feel bliss. Because of their vibrational frequency, they can hold a large number in a small area. Now, the Ascended Masters, they have mastered the physical, ascending into physical, and out of physical, and they hold pure consciousness God form. We have ascended into physical and are mastering physical, and we're creating our experiences to perfect our creation. We create everything. We create this life. We create all the experiences. We create our destiny. Not that we know all of that. Not that we're clearly aware of that. Some of the things that we create for our lives are totally unknown to us because we do it unconsciously. Others, when we become aware, we know we've created certain things, we've manifested, and we've moved energy into form, created reality, and experienced it. We are all energy masters because we are of energy, pure, deep, eternal love. Now we're all gathered, so to speak, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. The gods within these bodies, we are all one. We are all love. And we are all God. And our God force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify. And it continues to expand. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This circle of light emanates from the God source, the kingdom of God, the God that we all are within these bodies. It is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, and the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. And we're flooding this planet. On it, in it, above it, and below it. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, non-stop, with the love that we are. And we begin, this light that we are is so bright, it grays out darkness of sacred space. Not only that, it would take 1 billion trillion suns to even come close to its brilliance. And we begin to ascend above the planet. And as we do, we're immediately met with this ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. It's like a big ballroom glass-mirrored bowl reflecting all the light, except it's 1 trillion times larger and 1 trillion times more intense. So we notice the reflective points and all of these phenomenal multicolored light that we've never seen before. And we notice that these are little microscopic, perfectly etched mirrors, and so we enter them, and we discover that all of us, hundreds of millions on and off world, in this meditation are teaching each other all life. No matter how the gods we are housed, we're learning from each other. We're teaching and learning, learning and teaching. Either or both. And it never stops. We're constantly like sponges. We keep learning and experiencing and learning and experiencing. Someone learns and experiences a different way. Then you learn and experience from them because it was a different way than you have learned and experienced. It is that way for all of us. And it's never ending. It's absolutely spectacular that we have this, that it has been afforded to us. Could be a blade of grass, branch of a tree. Could be a stone that you come across on the pavement. Could be a shell on the beach. Could be anything. But it never is not teaching or learning. We immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is a column of light that we created to remind us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are imbued with a white fire armor. Nothing like the armor on this planet, way beyond that. And it emanates from the God source, the kingdom of God, the God force, love, light, energy, which is that which we are in these bodies. I communicate with the God that I am that is within this body. This light cannot be penetrated, cannot be seduced, cannot be reversed. No demon possession, no attachments, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. When we maintain a high state of vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love, gratitude, and peace, they can't get around. They either have to run or be vaporized. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough, consciously or unconsciously, through greed, anger, envy, revenge, hatred, manipulation, dishonesty, You will lower your vibrational frequency low enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, allowing all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Then things become totally different. There are possibilities of possession, demon possession, attachment, many other different avenues in lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. Now, if you do decide to do this, you are immediately met with a double column of light. The first part is the purple transmuting flame. We've created this column to remind us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness, where they are gone permanently. The other part of this column of light is the violet ray. We created this column of light to remind us all that we can bring in the violet ray. We can, right after the purple transmuting flame, excuse me, and we can transmute, cleanse, and purify the area where all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest, the purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all, the gods within these bodies, that we are the sun, the sunlight. The sun sets and the sun rises. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the soils, the trees, the forests. We are the sky and the clouds. We are the animals, the mountains. We are everything, and everything is us. So the next time, even if you see a rainbow, a starlit night sky, a sunset or a sunrise, it's you. It's the God within that body. You're the majesty. You're the divine perfection. You're the only thing that doesn't change. Because you're divine perfection. You're the God within that body. So the next time you do see a sunset or a sunrise, it's you. If you see it, you say, what a beautiful sunset. You're missing the understanding. You look at it and you say, that is the God that I am. I am the sunset. Whole different feeling. We continue to ascend above the planet. And some of us step outside of our physical form. If we're carrying physical form, we hover effortlessly above it. And why do we do this? Because we can. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower. We created it. It's larger than the solar system and beyond. In the center of the column, we see this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere, we see a golden white ball of light. It is surrounded by numerous rings of light, multicolored, and they're all vibrating. And we notice that the golden white ball of light, this massive cloud, this electrified glitter cloud, and it absorbs into us as it's a warm embrace that never ends. And the golden white ball of light is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest, and the purest of the purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. And the multicolored rings, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, well-being, great prosperity, great abundance, tranquility, benevolence. It's unending. And we discover that it is the reflection of the gods we are within these bodies. It's the reflection of the gods that we are. We look at the top of this crystalline tower. And we created it so that the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, as it's done forever. This is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest, and the purest, purest, eternal love. And we're flooding all life, highest supreme value in the universe, on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. It's unending. We're bathing in it, submerged in it. We are the drops of this golden ocean. We also contain the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean, the drops of the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We all created this sphere moving towards 4 years ago. It houses over 1,600 of our meditations in perpetual motion. Every day. 7 days a week. Moving towards 4 years. Hundreds of millions on and off world. Plus. All consciously aware of the gods that we are to a certain extent. Liberating this planet and all life, highest supreme value in the universe, into higher and higher and higher, pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. It's absolutely spectacular. You can feel it. These meditations don't drain, don't disappear, don't go away. They do the opposite. They intensify and they expand. We're bathing in the love that we all are as the gods that we are. 24/7. We're shining the God, force, love, light, energy throughout this universe. We're ascending everything. And you feel it. And anytime you want to feel it, go someplace, quiet, focus on your breath, and you will experience it. For today, repeat the mantra, I am, with your breath throughout the day. On your exhale, say mentally the word I. Mentally say the word I. Release any ideas you have about who and what you are. On your inhale, say the words mentally, I am. And feel the sense of presence inside. Don't try to control the mantra. Let the mantra guide you deeper inside. You can do this when you're driving, showering, eating lunch, standing in line at the market, or even just watching TV. Keep on watching your breath. And say, as you say these words, and notice how your experience changes throughout the day. Repeat the mantra, I am, with your breath throughout the day. On your exhale, out the mouth, say mentally the word I. And release any ideas you have about who and what you are. Remember, you're the watcher. On your inhale through the nose, say the words mentally, am. Feel the sense of presence inside. Do not try to control the mantra. Let the mantra guide you deeper inside. You can do this when you're driving, showering, eating lunch, standing in line at the market, or even just watching TV. Keep on watching your breath as you say these words, and notice how your experience changes throughout the day. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. Patience and courage are key elements to meditating, and they're also a byproduct of meditation. Today's your day to become a meditation master. If you've been sitting for 48 minutes every day and still can't stay focused for more than 5 seconds, it's okay. There is nothing wrong with you. Breathe. Practice compassion with yourself today by having patience with you. Let go of any need to get it perfect, and yet keep bringing your mind back to this moment. The more you can discipline your mind, the easier your life will become. Discipline leads to freedom, and this is your opportunity to be radically and outrageously free. Take this with you for the rest of the day, evening and night, and the following morning, and we'll return Wednesday, November 3rd, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.